Hola, ¿qué pasa? What's up? My name's Emma. I'm in Costa Rica, and this is Emma in Costa Rica. I want to say sorry, first of all, for not making a video in a really long time, but rainy season has rolled around, and now every time I'm ready to make a video, the sky gets covered with clouds, and it rains so loud you can't even think. So I apologize, but here I am. Today we're going to get a little bit crazy because we're going to be talking about the Costa Rican school system, which is actually crazy. I haven't been to school in over 2 weeks. Not by choice, it's because the teachers have gone on strike. And until they get paid, I'm not going to go to school, and I don't know when I'm going back to school. So it's a little ironic that we're talking about school today. I want to do a little disclaimer here. I'm not saying my school in Costa Rica is like every other school. There are private schools that are really nice, and there are bilingual schools in the city, and there are schools that are worse than mine. So I'm not saying my school is like every other school in Costa Rica. Okay, first of all, to give you some context on the situation here, I was so shocked by the Costa Rican school system that the second day of school I came home, I Skyped my mom and I cried because I was just like, I'm not learning anything here, this is crazy. My first couple days of school, I had like 2 classes in all of the days of school because they didn't have a schedule yet. Most schools don't get schedules for the first 2 weeks of school. And I was just shocked. So you're probably thinking, Emma, it can't be that bad, right? Well, in some ways it is, and in some ways it isn't. So here's a list of how Costa Rican schools are different. Number 1, the overall lack of organization is what I meant to say. Like I said, for the first couple weeks we didn't have a schedule, and everyone just sort of knew what to do except for me because I had never been in that situation before. So the first couple of weeks I was just stuck following people around like a lost puppy dog and going to all the wrong classes and probably ditching a few classes. Number 2, the lack of decent resources or resources at all. It is commonplace that our class will be placed into a classroom with no desks and no chairs. So we'll have to spend the next 10 minutes walking around the school looking for a desk or a chair for ourselves. All of the desks, by the way, which look like this. And this is actually a really nice desk compared to some of them. They have penises all over everything, and I don't even... Why? We don't need to know what they look like, guys. Come on. Also, related to this, we have to pay for all of our resources, which usually you buy a textbook or something, but instead they have us buy copies of the material. Like, teachers will usually just give you copies, but no, we have to buy them ahead of class, and somehow people just know when to buy it and what to buy. I just follow them, to be honest. Number two is safety, or rather the lack thereof. We do have a guard gate dude, but really he just texts and lets anyone in and out that they want. So I don't really think that's considered safety. But what I'm talking about is the fact that our classroom has a drawer full of actual knives that we sometimes use to cook, and we lend out to people who need them. And one time I saw a girl taking off her split ends with an actual razor blade, and everyone was cool with it. Also, whenever our fire alarm goes off, everyone's just kind of like, oh, so loud. And I'm just standing there like, are we gonna do anything about this, guys? There might be a fire in the school. Number 4 is the difference between teachers and students than the teachers and students back in the States. One thing that really surprised me is that all of the students, even the dudes, have really nice handwriting with like 5 different colored pens and whiteout and graphs and beautiful pictures and everything. And that just blew my mind because my work is so disorganized and they're probably all disgusted by me. The other thing is that student-teacher relationships are actually really relaxed, and it's really commonplace for you to hear a student call out to their profe, which is slang for professor, and just shake their hands or hug and have a nice light conversation with each other. So it's really a more relaxed, friendly attitude towards each other. And last but not least, number 5 is that they really put an effort into making the school beautiful. Even though it's highly graffitied and sort of falling apart, there are flowers everywhere, and all the walls are painted either happy colors or with beautiful murals like this. And for me, it's just really a better environment to be in than the depressing beige tan walls that I'm subjected to in my school back in the United States. It's a happier place to be in, and I feel like that promotes more learning. So that's my take on the Costa Rican school system. If you have any questions about it, you can comment that below, and I don't know, share this with all your friends, get the word out. I don't know. Anyways, thanks for watching, and as they say in Costa Rica, pura vida. Today's word of the day is huelga. Huelga means strike, like the one the teachers in Costa Rica are on right now.